Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we are going to be tackling, something pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It's this thing called the quantum singularity energy equation.
Okay.
Now, you've probably heard of Einstein's famous E equals mc squared, right?
Right.
Well, just imagine if there's like this whole other level of energy
Yeah.
hidden within the universe, potentially way exceeding what even Einstein's equation predicts.
Right.
That's where things get really interesting.
That's what we're talking about today.
Yeah, so before we get too far, can you just give us a quick, what are quantum singularities?
Okay, so think of them as like the tiniest possible points
Okay.
in space-time, like incredibly concentrated bundles of energy and matter.
Okay.
And here's the mind-blowing part.
Okay.
These quantum singularities might not just be theoretical things.
Right.
They could be the foundation of reality itself.
So it's like these quantum singularities are like the pixels that make up the universe's big screen.
That's a great analogy. Just like pixels on a screen, they can change color and intensity. To create images, these quantum singularities might be constantly interacting, exchanging energy, driving all the processes that we see in the universe.
All right, so now we've got these tiny, powerful quantum singularities buzzing around.
Right.
How does this new energy equation come into play?
So this equation basically tries to bridge the gap between the familiar world of E equals mc squared and the bizarre world of quantum mechanics. It takes Einstein's idea of energy being tied to mass.
Right.
And it adds a whole new layer of complexity by incorporating quantum principles.
Seeing terms like decoherence
Yeah.
and splitting factor. It definitely looks more complex than E equals mc squared.
Absolutely.
Can we break it down a bit?
Okay, so the essence of the equation is this.
Okay.
It suggests that there's a hidden reservoir of energy within these quantum singularities.
Okay.
And there are a few key factors that determine how much energy a quantum singularity can actually release.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's start with decoherence. What does that even mean?
Okay, so think of a perfectly synchronized choir.
Okay.
When they all sing together in unison, their voices combine powerfully, right?
Right.
But if they start to fall out of sync, the power diminishes.
Okay.
It's similar with quantum singularities. When they're coherent, their energy is sort of locked away.
Okay.
But as they decohere, it's like those singers falling out of sync.
Gotcha.
And that's when energy can be released.
So the more out of sync these quantum singularities get,
Yes.
the more energy we could potentially tap into.
Exactly.
Wow.
And the equation actually has a term for this.
Okay.
It's called the decoherence factor.
Okay.
And it helps us calculate how much energy might be released
Gotcha.
as a quantum singularity loses its coherence.
Okay, so that's decoherence.
Right?
What about this splitting factor? It sounds pretty intense.
It is.
Yeah.
This part of the equation suggests that when a quantum singularity splits,
Okay.
imagine it like dividing into two smaller singularities.
Right.
It can release a tremendous amount of energy,
Okay.
potentially even more than what we'd expect from E equals mc squared alone.
So could this splitting factor explain why things like nuclear reactions release so much energy?
That's the idea.
Are we talking about quantum singularities splitting apart on an atomic level?
Yeah, that's precisely the idea.
Okay.
The equation provides a framework for understanding these high-energy events
Right.
as quantum singularity interactions.
Wow.
It's like we're seeing the fundamental processes behind these powerful reactions.
It's amazing to think that something so tiny could hold so much power.
Absolutely.
And this equation might be the key to unlocking that power on a whole new level.
Exactly. It opens up a whole new world of possibilities
Right.
for understanding and potentially harnessing the universe's energy secrets.
It's really incredible
It is.
to think about this and try to wrap our minds around it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
It is a lot to take in, but that's why we're here.
Exactly.
We're here to try to at least get a little bit of a grasp
Yeah.
on this incredible concept.
Absolutely.
So we've been diving deep into this quantum singularity energy equation.
Right?
And it's already blown my mind a few times.
Yeah.
We've talked about how it builds on E equals mc squared and how factors like decoherence and splitting could unleash massive amounts of energy.
Right.
But here's where it gets even wilder.
Okay.
What if this equation isn't just about stars and atoms?
Yeah.
What if it's happening inside us right now?
That's a question that's really pushing the boundaries of science.
Yeah.
We've explored how this equation might govern energy on a cosmic scale.
Right.
But now we're zooming into the microscopic world of biology.
Right.
Could this equation be the missing piece
Yeah.
to understanding how life itself harnesses energy?
It's crazy to think about, right?
But it is.
I mean, living things are so efficient
Yes.
at managing energy.
Absolutely.
Whether it's, a plant converting sunlight through photosynthesis, or our bodies, breaking down food to fuel our cells.
Exactly. Life has this incredible ability to capture, store, and utilize energy in ways that still baffle scientists.
Right. And so what if?
What if this mastery is rooted in the principles of the quantum singularity energy equation?
Whoa.
What if our cells have evolved ways to tap into this hidden energy source within quantum singularities?
Wait, are you suggesting that our bodies are running on quantum singularity energy?
It's definitely a bold idea.
Yeah.
But let's consider the evidence we know that living organisms emit ultra-weak light called biophotons.
Okay.
What if these biophotons are a byproduct
of
quantum singularity decoherence happening within our cells?
So you're saying our cells might be like sparking
Yeah.
with tiny bursts of light.
It's a fascinating possibility.
Yeah?
And if it's true, it could rewrite our understanding of biology.
Wow.
Imagine the implications for everything from cellular energy production
to communication between cells.
That's wild.
It is.
One of the sources I came across even suggested that we could use this knowledge to enhance biological processes.
Right.
It talks about things like boosting energy production or even sharpening memory recall.
Wow.
Through carefully targeted electromagnetic stimulation, is that even remotely possible?
That's where things get truly exciting.
Okay.
If we can understand the specific electromagnetic frequencies that resonate with the quantum singularities within our bodies, we might be able to influence their behavior.
Okay.
Imagine fine-tuning these frequencies to stimulate healing, enhance cognitive functions, or even unlock hidden potential within our bodies.
Okay, now that's some next-level stuff.
It is.
But let's be realistic here. This all sounds incredibly complex.
Yeah.
How do we even begin to explore these possibilities?
Right.
Where do we go from theoretical equations to real-world applications?
The key lies in bridging the gap between theory and experimentation.
We need to develop sophisticated computer models to simulate quantum singularity networks. Think of it as building a virtual laboratory.
Okay.
Where we can test different parameters and observe how these systems behave.
So we're creating a digital sandbox to play around with quantum singularities.
Exactly.
And see how they react to different conditions.
It's crucial for understanding how we might design devices
to
harness quantum singularity energy or develop those targeted electromagnetic therapies we were talking about. But simulation is only one part of the equation.
We can't just rely on computer models.
Exactly. We also need to design experiments to verify these theories in the real world.
But where do we even start looking for proof of this quantum singularity energy at play in biological systems?
There are a few promising avenues we can analyze data from nuclear reactions to refine the splitting factor in our equation. We can study biophoton emissions and other quantum phenomena in living cells to understand how decoherence and weighting factors might be influencing energy flow. And we can even look to astrophysical observations of events like gamma ray bursts and black hole mergers to gain insights into quantum singularity dynamics on a grand scale.
So it's like we're piecing together a giant puzzle.
Exactly.
Gathering clues from physics, biology, and astronomy to confirm or refute the validity of this quantum singularity energy equation.
Exactly. Each piece of evidence, whether it comes from a particle accelerator, a biology lab, or a space telescope, brings us closer to unlocking the secrets of this equation and its implications for life, the universe, and everything in between.
We've covered so much ground already, from the theoretical foundations of this equation to its potential role in the universe and even within our own bodies.
Absolutely.
But I'm curious, is there more to this story?
There's always more to uncover. We've focused heavily on the energy aspects of this equation, but its implications go far beyond that.
In our final part, we'll explore how these quantum singularities might not just be the source of energy, but the very foundation of the forces that shape our reality. Buckle up. It's about to get even more mind-bending.
Oh, boy.
I know.
I'm ready for it.
Okay, good.
Let's go.
All right.
Welcome back.
We're back.
We're here for the final part of our deep dive on the quantum singularity energy equation.
I know it's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful.
But it's an amazing topic. It's an amazing topic.
So much to uncover.
So in the previous parts, we've been on quite a journey exploring this quantum singularity energy equation.
Yes.
And its potential to revolutionize our understanding of energy biology and maybe even the universe itself.
Yeah, it's been a fascinating exploration.
It really has.
We've seen how this equation suggests a whole new level of energy hidden within quantum singularities.
Right.
And how we might be able to tap into that energy. We've even ventured into the possibility that our own bodies might be utilizing this quantum energy in ways we never imagined.
Now, you hinted at something even more mind-boggling at the end of the last part.
Oh, yeah.
You said that quantum singularities might be more than just an energy source.
Right.
They could be the foundation of the forces that govern everything in the universe.
Yeah.
I'm all ears. Tell me more.
All right, let's dive into the deep end.
Let's go.
We're used to thinking of physics in terms of 4 fundamental forces.
Okay.
Gravity, electromagnetism, and the strong and weak nuclear forces.
Right.
But what if these forces aren't truly fundamental?
What do you mean?
Are you saying that gravity, the force that holds us to the ground,
Right.
might not be what we think it is? It's a radical idea.
Okay.
But stay with me.
Okay.
What if these forces are actually emergent properties?
Okay.
What if they arise from the collective behavior of quantum singularities?
Good.
Like a symphony emerging from the individual notes played by an orchestra.
So instead of 4 separate forces,
Yes.
we have this one underlying framework of quantum singularities.
Right.
And their interactions somehow create everything we experience as gravity, electromagnetism,
Exactly.
and the nuclear forces.
Precisely imagine a vast network of quantum singularities.
Okay.
Constantly interacting, exchanging, energy splitting, merging.
Right.
These dynamic interactions could generate the forces we observe at a larger scale.
Okay. I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
Okay.
How would something like electromagnetism, which governs everything from light to electricity,
Right.
emerge from these tiny quantum singularities?
Think of it this way in the traditional view.
Okay.
We have electric fields and magnetic fields, 2 seemingly separate entities.
Right.
But in this new framework, both could be manifestations of how quantum singularities are organized
Okay.
and how they interact with each other.
So the electric and magnetic forces we observe are like ripples on the surface of a pond.
Yes.
But the real action, the source of those ripples, is happening at a deeper level with these quantum singularities.
That's a fantastic analogy. And it's not just electromagnetism. Gravity, the force that shapes galaxies and holds us to the Earth, could also be explained by this model. Instead of thinking about gravity as a force mediated by a hypothetical particle called the graviton,
Right.
what if it arises from the collective behavior of quantum singularities?
Okay.
The way they warp the fabric of space-time around them.
So the curvature of space-time, which we experience as gravity, is actually a result of how these tiny quantum singularities are arranged
Yes.
and interacting.
It's mind-blowing to think that something so small could have such a profound effect on the universe.
It really is.
I know.
It's hard to even fathom.
Yeah.
And the beauty of this model is that it could potentially unify all 4 fundamental forces under a single framework with quantum singularities as the common denominator.
Exactly.
It's like discovering a hidden code that underlies the operating system of the universe.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
It is.
It's like we're taking a peek behind the curtain of reality and seeing the machinery that makes it all work.
Yeah.
And it all stems from this quantum singularity energy equation, this idea that there's so much more going on
Absolutely.
at the quantum level than we ever realized.
Exactly. And the implications go far beyond just understanding the fundamental forces.
Yeah.
If we can grasp how these forces emerge from quantum singularity interactions, it could revolutionize our understanding of everything from material science to biophysics.
Wow.
Imagine designing materials with properties we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Or developing new medical therapies based on manipulating these fundamental forces at the quantum level.
So we've gone from talking about a new energy source to potentially rewriting the laws of physics and revolutionizing technology and medicine.
It's a lot.
It feels like we're just scratching the surface of what's possible with this quantum singularity stuff.
We are. And while there's still so much we don't know, the journey of discovery is just beginning.
It is.
We've laid out some incredible possibilities. But the real adventure lies in the research, the experimentation, the constant pursuit of knowledge that will push these boundaries even further.
Well, after this deep dive, I'm definitely feeling inspired to keep learning and exploring.
Me too.
It's amazing how something as tiny as a quantum singularity
Right.
could hold the key to understanding the universe and maybe even reshaping our future.
Absolutely. It's mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing.
It is, and it's just the beginning.
To all our listeners out there, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep an eye on the world of quantum singularities.